dice. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, they close, I'm that shining.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Tannehill. He finds his man complete. That's Phillips. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Browns, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Titans at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And again, it's Chubb. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. We should mention to go along with a great game he had last week. He was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Running for it, here's Chubb. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm, and right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Bill. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Henry running right. Derrick Henry all alone. 20. Touchdown, Titans. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Watson. This complete to David Bell. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Chubb. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here we go.
2nd and 11 now. Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's got some space. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
The point after is good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Watson now to throw. Right back to Njoku. Touchdown! David Njoku, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Again, it's Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down, here's Henry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the right side with Henry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Back to throw, Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Browns drive about to get started. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
That's complete to Bell over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a first down throw, Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson dumps this to his running back, Chubb. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll try again with Chubb. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Deshaun Watson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Pulls it in at the 13. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Dancing to his left. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
And I believe that that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
They run for it with Hunt. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy, right?
Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. 10, 5, touchdown, Titans. Boy, I got to say, I don't know how he made it all the way to the end zone without going down. What a run.
Absolutely incredible that was, because defensively you're taught to break down, wrap up, but in this case, he didn't really allow it, and really no one was able to slow him down enough for the extra help to get there. He just kept getting out of tackles all the way downfield and found the end zone.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for two fails. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Back to throw, Watson. Steps away to his left. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson is caught out left by Bell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. And Chubb trying the middle here. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by York is up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's going to have the first down and then some. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. He's been busy today. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have in that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Chubb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Phillips now from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. The York on now for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Browns 49, Titans 23.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Phillips now from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
They begin with Henry. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the end zone, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Browns send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Phillips now from the end zone.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
On third down, Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. They snap it to Tannehill. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Reset!
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Browns, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.
through it all. Matter of fact, to look back and through it all, I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all.